Hi guys, welcome back to the multimedia channel. I hope that you're having a great day. As usual, I want to say a very big thank you to you, those of you who are already subscribed to the channel, and if you're yet to subscribe, I want to say please and please kindly subscribe, so you can stay up to date whenever I post updates on the channel. All right, so today we are going to be talking about majorly about the search for a new coach of the Super Eagles. I mean, that is what has been making the rounds on social media and, of course, on the internet. The search continues, and recently there are reports that the NFF has sort of shortlisted a total of 7 candidates for that job. Um, we recall how they announced the opening on the 8th of March this year, of course, listing out certain credentials that an individual who is interested and really wants to get the job, of course, needs to really have to stand a chance. Yeah, of course, among those who made the list, according to available reports, is the current interim manager, Finidi George. Yeah, so he's among the 7-man list that of individuals that have been shortlisted for that job. Also, among the list, according to reports, is the current coach of the French women national team, Herve Renard. Yes, and there are also reports that he is the most favored, that the NFF favors him to actually lead the Super Eagles, given his experience, his wealth of experience, and then his record so far. But then many Nigerians have continued to react. They keep insisting that the time has come for us to really have an indigenous coach who would be in charge of the affairs at the Super Eagles. And many people are particularly worried because Renard is said to be worth around his salary is said to range between $150,000 or so. Yeah, so many Nigerians think that is outrageous, and that it would be best for us to just go with a local coach who wouldn't really cost the NFF more than, say, $50,000 salary on monthly basis. Many people feel like it wouldn't really be nice for us to get to that point where we have a foreign coach who we would now be struggling to pay at the end of the month, because of course their wages or their salary are too expensive, or way too expensive for the NFF to handle. Yeah, so among those who has really voiced out his what he thinks about the search for a new coach is Sunday Oliseh. Of course, we recall that he once coached that side, and of course he once played for the Super Eagles. So Sunday Oliseh is insisting that it is time for us to really work with a local coach. Of course, he thinks that Finidi George and Amoneke have the qualities that the Super Eagles needs in a coach. Yeah, so he thinks that either of them should be given the chance to actually lead the side. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, so moving on, of course, we all know that some people have been of the opinion that Finidi George is not experienced enough, that he wouldn't really be able to sort of handle the Super Eagles, that he needs to further his training about coaching, and that he needs to really go and get more experience to be able to handle that position. Now, moving forward, Coach Finidi also appears to have fallen out of favor with quite a number of players of the Super Eagles after the 2-1 loss against Mali. Some of those who didn't get a chance to play in that friendly match have continued to express their displeasure. So you have the likes of Lukman, who didn't have enough time to play in the friendly, really expressing his dissatisfaction with the decision of Finidi not to actually feature some players in that match. So, and I quite understand, it's a friendly match, and it doesn't make sense that you have some of them traveling all the way from Europe just to come and then stay on the bench. And it's not like it's a competitive match. So you have the likes of Sadiq Umar, you have the likes of goalkeeper Frank Uzo, who didn't get a chance to feature in that match, and Al Hassan. Yeah, so these players are not really happy, and they've come out to really express their displeasure with the decision of Coach Finidi not to feature them in that match. And of course, there are some reports that the NFF is also afraid that given the this disagreement, the body feels like if Finidi gets a chance to actually lead the side, that there wouldn't really be respect from some quarters in the team. And I quite understand. So if he's already beginning to have this kind of challenge at this very early stage, what happens when maybe when they qualify for the World Cup, for instance, and then they are beginning to have these pockets of disagreements here and there? So the NFF has really expressed some sort of worry in that regard. Yeah. So moving forward, Kenneth Omeru, of course, has come out to ask the players to really forget about what happened in the friendly and actually look forward to the next games, which are the World Cup qualifiers, of course, which will be coming up in June against South Africa is one of the sides that the Super Eagles will be playing. So he has asked the players to really be focused on that match and to make sure that they don't let Nigerians down, because many Nigerians, millions of Nigerians are really rooting for them. Yeah, so he thinks that the best thing at this period will be to forget about the loss and then look at how they can improve their play moving forward. Uh, Moving forward, the coach of South Africa, Hugo Bruce, has also come out to say that he's not afraid of the Super Eagles side. I mean, and that's ahead of their very crucial World Cup qualifiers encounter later in June. And of course, I am not surprised, because you don't expect a coach to come out and say that, okay, we are afraid of you, we can't play you. Yeah, so he has come out to say that his side are not afraid of the Super Eagles and that they would give their all to make sure that they actually beat the Super Eagles side in that very crucial encounter. Now it's left for the Super Eagles players to actually sort of show them the stuff that they are made of. And I want to say at this point that if the Super Eagles must beat South Africa in that encounter, of course we recall how tough they were in the AFCON. We call that match. They really played the Super Eagles, even though the Super Eagles later came out victorious. Yeah, so they would really need to be coordinated. This whole disagreement between players and coach wouldn't really do them any good ahead of that match. And now, especially given that many very important players in the Super Eagles side are yet to feature, maybe due to injury or other issues. As many Nigerians have continued to react to that 2-1 loss against Mali in that international friendly match. Even the coach himself has sort of come out to say that part of reasons why the Super Eagles didn't win that match was because of the absence of key players. So, of course, the likes of Victor Osimhen, like I mentioned earlier, the likes of Aina, the likes of Kelvin Bassi, the likes of Frank Onyeka, and quite a number of them. So he has said that was part of reasons why the Super Eagles side couldn't win that match, and that of course they did because of the absence of those star strikers. They had to be playing from the flank, which was a bit difficult for them. Yeah, so if you watch that match, you'd actually realize that I think they were better off than the Mali side in the second half of the game, but then they missed quite a number of chances. But we hope that moving forward they would really sort of improve on their play, because a lot has really improved about the Super Eagles side, I must say, and I must commend them. Of course, from the AFCON tournament, a lot has really improved in the way they are playing. So it wouldn't really make sense for the players to begin to let us down due to one reason or the other. Yeah, so I just hope that they would really get things right, and then most importantly, the search for a new coach. I mean, they really need to be careful with who they finally decide to hand over the mantle of leadership to. Yeah, that's it about the update today. I would want to know what your thoughts are on the comment section. Who do you think should be handed the reins of leadership at the Super Eagles, who do you think should be made the permanent coach? Yeah, so just drop your comments. Who do you think is best fit for the job? Are you in support of the fact that we should look back, we should get an indigenous coach, or do you think we should go ahead and get a foreign coach who has the whole experience that we need at the club side, that we need at the Super Eagles? Yeah, so just kindly share your thoughts on the comment section. Thanks for watching. Bye.